Good day guys, I'm Mini War Painter. In this video I'm going to be doing a little bit of glazing as I paint the gems to my Exalted Sorcerer. This video was inspired by Darren Latham and his video on how to paint gems and lenses, as I decided to take his advice and apply it to my Exalted Sorcerer. I'll catch you after the intro. For those of you that aren't aware, Darren Latham is a former heavy metal painter, now studio miniature designer for Games Workshop, and whom has recently opened his own YouTube channel so he can show us mini painters his method of madness. If you ever wish to take your mini painting skills to the next level, I recommend you go check his channel out, if you haven't already, after you've watched this video of course. You'll find a link to his page in the description box below. Now let's get on with some painting. Part 9. The Gems. The first thing I've done already was base the gems with a good coat of Abaddon Black, as this step will provide me with the foundation to which I'll be needing to build my transitions on. Also, if you'd like to see how I painted this rough looking holster and these old frail scrolls, check out my last couple of videos, where I show you how I paint both of these accessories. So to start off my green gems, I'll begin by glazing with some Warpstone Glow, being sure to apply enough water to thin it right down. Then before I start glazing the area of the model, I'll run my brush along a paper towel just to get rid of any excess moisture. Notice when I'm glazing, I'm manipulating the pigment to the lowest point of the gem, where I like the green hue to be strongest. One thing to make note of, however, is failing to remove any excess moisture with the paper towel before glazing may result with unwanted pigment running into the recess that encircles the gem, which is an area that I wish to remain dark. The thing with glazing is that you need to apply numerous coats to build up those smooth transitions. It also helps, even though you're using the same colour, to leave a small part of your previous attempt showing, like you would when you edge highlight, because applying multiple translucent layers of the same colour to the same area highlights those areas with each coat as the area becomes more opaque. But the important lesson to take away, however, is that you must make sure that before starting the next coat, the previous coat has to be dry. Otherwise you risk pulling apart the pigment and potentially compromising your efforts. Once satisfied with the layers I'd built up, I moved on to my next tone of green, which in this case is Sybarite Green. Remembering to apply all the principles I listed earlier, beginning with the removal of any excess moisture from my brush, I now begin manipulating the pigment to the lowest point of the gem again, making sure to leave some of the previous efforts of Warpstone Glow showing. If at any stage you feel you've made an error by applying too much of one colour and effectively losing out on the transition from the previous step, you can easily enough just glaze down again to your previous colour. Repair the area you've messed up. Proceed with caution though, and approach this with the idea of less is more. Worst case scenario, however, gems are small details. If you've messed up that bad, you obviously could do with the extra practice. Just rebase it with Abaddon Black and have another go at it. Notice as I build up the pigment at the bottom, I'm also feathering the pigment inwards, so it tails off around the lower circumference of the gem, where light would naturally diffract to as it enters from the top of the gem. I'm now using Gauss Green for my next highlight, targeting it close down at the bottom, whilst tailing it off slightly, again around the lower circumference of the gem. Then, to finish off the green tones, I use a 50-50 mix of Gauss Green and White Scar. This is then followed up by pure White Scar, which I glaze very sparingly at the very bottom of the gem, and then use to apply 2 teeny weeny dots at the top of the gem. This took me 6 attempts. Then, to finish off the gem completely, Darren suggests a coat of Lahmian Medium, something I've never done before, but after applying I strongly advise on doing. Done. With the gems completed, they've really added a majestic touch to the Exalted Sorcerer. Small details like these, painted with saturated colours, are known to the painting community as spot colours. Thanks for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you've anything to add, please don't hesitate to comment down below. If you're on Instagram, you can find me at miniwar_painter. Here you can follow my progression as I like to post regularly on my stories. Don't forget to subscribe and don't be shy to mix those paints. Ta-ra!